Hello there, loves. Y'all know what I got a taste for, but I don't have cabbage. Cabbage burgers. I don't have the cabbage. So I think I'm going to do a Caesar salad. Okay, the notifications are going out. Shoot, Tulu, 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 Tulu. Remy, you done got too bad where you don't even run from when I threatened to whoop you. You don't even run from the envelope no more. That means you got old. You're 42 years old, don't Remy. You're 42 years old now. You're so wonderful. You're so wonderful. I love you so much. Um, hey Gerald. It says, good evening, beautiful lady, and everyone that is online tonight. Hey Miss Nelly, how are you? Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. Harold. Hey, the Black Barbie. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Got all that hair cut off of you. That girl looks so pretty. Hey, positive vibes. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh my God, you are so freaking jealous, little boy. You is just too clingy. I need to sell you. You want me to sell you? You look so handsome. You got your hair cut. You look so handsome. Oh my God. Maybe when you act up again, I might sell you. Um, hey, Joy loves God. How's everybody doing, y'all? I just went and got the best workouts. Hey, Angelina. Shout out to Michigan. What is the weather looking like in Michigan? She said, no. I just got the best workout of my life. I'm so glad I got my butt up and went on to the gym, and I feel so good. What do they call it? Those endorphins are going. Oh, the hot 80s. Oh, wow. It's still, but you know what? It's a breeze that is, it's 82, but it is a breeze that is so perfect. It is so perfect. Hey, TB21. Hey, Tamarion. You all make sure y'all hit that like button for a sister. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. See what I did on my phone. Um, guys, I'm waiting for more people to start coming in. I want to talk about the New Orleans Escapee, and I need to make sure I spell that right, y'all. My brain, I be forgetting how to spell words, and sometimes I be going back looking at my stuff. I guess I spelled it right. Escapee, right? And I go back and I look at my titles, and I'll read it. I'm like, oh my God. And sometimes it would have been up for like a month or so. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking about? I spelled that word so wrong. Oh my God. So I have to double check because sometimes I'd be moving too fast and all of that good stuff. But you all make sure you all hit the like button. I feel good. I like it. As a matter of fact, I already said that I was going to start going to the gym early in the morning and in the evening because I feel so much better when I do that. It helps with my energy levels and all of that. Okay. Um, Also, I want to give a shout out to LaLee's LaLee. It's Spanish, you all. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Hispanics are really coming into the United States. They can't even speak English, and they are starting businesses, and they're killing it. Totally dedicated. Okay, it's La Me. Totally dedicated. La 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 Me. LA apostrophe MI. La Ma or whatever. Um, Lami's, I think it says Lami's cleaning service. Um, a lot of Hispanics are coming into the United States and opening up businesses. The people that was in my place today, it was only one that could speak English, and that was the niece. And the auntie is the one that owned the cleaning service. And when I tell you, they totally rocked. They kicked ass. Um, and they didn't stop until they was finished. It's like she gave me a set price to organize, to do everything that I needed her to do, and to box up some stuff um, for me because I'm moving, and I hate to say that I be getting comfortable on here because there's some sick people. They be look, what's she going to now? Ugh, leave me alone. But I mean, she gave me a set price, and she said, ladies will not leave till finish. They clean the ceilings, they clean everything. They clean everything. Um, just awesome. Okay. I was thinking about that. I was like, dog, there are some cleaning services where I I don't want to seem judgmental, but I think as it relates to some of us, we got to be more professional too. You know, um, we got to be more professional. I'll say that because I be looking at some of these reviews, even as it relates to quite a bit of stuff. Because I was looking at something that I got a licenses in. It's actually something else. I won't say what it is. And I was talking to my cousin about. I was like, the girl seemed to be about her business, and she was like, never partner with her on anything. She's completely messy, and she was like, I recommended her to my uncle. This is my cousin on her. I'm a cousin on her dad's side. She recommended this young lady um, to do some work to her uncle, and she said, "How about my uncle's um, wife hates me now because she started sleeping with my uncle." I was like, "Oh my God!" So that's why I say, y'all, when we're building businesses and stuff, we have to be totally professional. We need to be professional. We don't need to be sleeping with. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I wouldn't want to sleep with anybody that's doing business with me, because I mean, that's how you. That's a good way to mess your money up. Okay. I wouldn't want to mingle with anything personal where my money, where I got a steady stream coming in. Because I'm gonna tell you something about, we got to be honest about some of these men. Okay, when they get mad at you, they'll stop doing business with you. I wouldn't even want to mess that up. Just keep that professional and all that good stuff. And what I've seen, and I'm getting ready to get into the topic. I don't know why this is on my mind. I was just thinking about the Hispanics that was here at my house today and how professional they were, and they did not stop. They did not stop. Um, yeah, that's so true. Positive vibes, and so yeah, you just have to be more professional. Don't sleep with your clients. None of that good stuff. Okay. When they try to flirt with you, if I was you, I would just keep it firm. Okay. Okay, Gerald. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to talk about the topic. Okay. I wanted to talk about the New Orleans Escapee pleads for help on social media, and Tony Bugsby declines Mariah Mills' case against Zion. I guess I'll talk about that first, because see, with the New Orleans Escapee, y'all know I'm real long winded as it relates to that situation, because the young man was pleading and talking about how the Orleans Parish criminal justice system had messed him over. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't say he's lying, because the Orleans Parish system, really the whole state of Louisiana, still goes by. They got those old French laws. Yeah, I think they're the Napoleon laws. And I don't understand why they are still able to operate up under those laws. I don't. It's definitely slavery laws. Okay. But let's talk about Tony Bugsby. Okay, y'all know Tony Bugsby is always trying to take a case as it relates to a celebrity. Okay, I think now that when Jay-Z fired back against him, and um when Jay-Z fired back against him, um a lot of people been shooting fire up under his ass. Okay, so they're letting him know you cannot just they're letting him know you cannot just um file lawsuits, okay, against celebrities as a quick money grab, because that's basically what it was turning into. I think that they was going and encouraging girls and to file lawsuits against people, and they was hoping he was making it a quick money grab, because a lot of celebrities don't want their business out, so they will hurry up and try to do a quick payoff, right? But I think Jay-Z kind of, gave him some kickback and kind of shot fire up under his tail. And so now I guess he's not taking any and everything, right? They're gonna try to get his licenses from him, right? Because it would seem like that it is somewhat unethical for him to be continuously doing this, right? Um it says right here, this is him. This is the young lady right here. Okay. It says attorney Tony Bugsby declines to represent Mariah Mills in case against Zion Williamson. Tony Bugsby declined to represent Mariah Mills in a possible lawsuit against NBA star Zion Williamson. The TikTok influencer contacted Bugsby about filing her own lawsuit after a woman sued Williamson for rape last week. In a statement on Tuesday, Bugsby said a member of our staff spoke to Mills. After review, we declined to take her case. We can't comment about the details or merits of her claims. Bugsby continued. As you know, We are contacted by numerous people across the United States daily with grievances. We can't help them all. We do take some of those we do take our resolve quietly. A number of a number I filed and litigated, like the $640 million jury verdict we achieved a few weeks back. Only a small few become public. Bugsby's rejection is not an indication that Mills doesn't have a valid case against the New Orleans Pelican star. Mills, 34, shared a heartbreaking message to Williamson's other alleged victims in a video Saturday. The video was viewed over 1.6 million times on TikTok. Okay. That's him. He looked like he's stressed out. Okay. He looked like he done got stressed. Bugsby recently represented a woman who accused rap mogul Sean Combs and Jay-Z of assaulting her when she was only 13, but a judge dismissed the woman's case due to many inconsistencies in the story. Jay-Z filed a countersuit against Bugsby, accusing him of extortion and ruining his reputation. Jay-Z claims he was denied a $115 million loan due to the allegations. Bugsby's application for admission to practice law in the Southern District of New York was rejected in February. The ruling read, per the committee review of the dockets, Mr. Bugsby has appeared in cases in the court without seeking admission. Therefore, the petition is denied. Okay. So, this young lady right here, okay, Miss Mariah Mills, he rejected her case, okay? And a lot of people are saying, you know, that they don't think she really has anything, okay? And evidently Tony is not willing to jump into that line of fire. He's not willing to jump into that line of fire for a reason, okay? Hold on for a second, you all. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Hold on, I'm trying to pull up what she's saying, you guys. Hold on, you. I'm trying to pull up a video.
There's people speculating that you maybe are Jane Doe. What's the deal?
So, before I answer that, I would like to say I really hope all the victims, including me, get justice, and things that have happened in the past with him and with anybody else, everything gets resolved, because a lot of us don't deserve that. And I just feel like a lot of things have been swept under the rug for so long.
Now, I read that she, is supposedly his ex-girlfriend, and she is also an adult star. Okay, I guess that means nothing. Okay. I forgot TMZ don't like for you. It says Mariah Mills, the former ex of NFL star Zion Williamson, has revealed her plans to sue her famous ex. The adult star says she has reached out to Houston-based attorney Tony Bugsby to represent her in her legal battle. Um, hold on, you guys. Let me pull her up. Hold on, you all.
Any of the other victims, you know, I just hope we all get justice. And the amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and threats that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot, and it's causing me a lot of stress, emotional distress, and I just hope we all can come to justice and this all can be resolved and nobody has to relive all these things ever again. Everybody deserves a chance.
Y'all, where these athletes gonna learn? She didn't even know how to get a cry out. She ended up coughing. I don't. Okay. Mm. I just. Yeah. I wish that these young men, when they get money, um, that they would be wise. I know a lot of times, the adult stars and the video vixens and I don't even think they be in the videos no more, but the social media, what do they call them? The social media, whatever they call them. Okay. They have easier access to that. Okay. I guess they pay them. Um, it's weird that they even call them their girlfriends. It's weird, but they have these relationships with them, and then when they decide that they want a new Instagram model or something like that, sometimes the girls may become bitter, and in an age where you just cannot beat social media, it's totally. She's OnlyFans, okay, totally undefeated. OnlyFans is really almost like a porn site. So when they send them money, and I guess it's convenient. They rent them. I guess they rent them, and I guess it gets to thinking about, hey, he's on to the next Instagram model. I guess they have issues, okay, with that. I'm not saying that this is the case, but um, it probably is. It probably is. She got her shades on, and mm, anyways, hopefully, it does not seem like to me that they are learning. It seems like it's something that has been coming up constantly. Constantly, it's like one right behind the other, especially this year. It's one thing after another. So I wish that these young men would learn. Okay, I wish that they would. I'm talking about these young men that get into the league and they start making money or attain some type of status and fame for themselves. Okay, maybe they should get them to sign NDAs and let them know that this is what it is. I'm going, I'm gonna have you as. I mean, I'm gonna give you a 6-month contract. I hate to, say, but you get 6 months. After that, it's on a month-to-month basis. Okay, NDAs, all that. Girl, please, what is that? But if that's true, she should get justice. But guys, if you have to go pay for it, go do it the legal right. Says Zion needs to be focused on basketball before they put his overweight ass. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, let's move on to the young man in New Orleans. Okay, now we know that as far as I know, still there are 2 New Orleans escapees that are still out on the run, right? They're still out on the run. And of course, we know that one of the young men took to social media to ask for help. Seems like to me he's been getting good help. Listen, if he was going to be on the run, this is one of the things that I couldn't understand. Why on earth would you ever allow somebody to record you jumping into a pool, knowing that your family is probably being monitored? They can tap into the phones and get the videos and all of that. Hey, he's begging and he's pleading, and he's talking about that New Orleans has messed him over. It's a damn shame when you can't say that he's lying, because he probably is not. Okay, we cannot say that when it comes to Orleans Parish, because we know how they mess people over. If you ask me, the whole state of Louisiana, as I was just saying about their laws and things of that nature. Okay, but he let's see what he's saying. He's begging and pleading for anybody that will listen to help him. And I'm very interested in this case simply because they probably did mess him over. It's a damn shame. He's probably not an innocent person, but what they are accusing him of, he might didn't do. Let's see. This is him right here. He's a handsome little boy. It says one of the 2 remaining inmates who escaped from a New Orleans jail appeared in an Instagram live video to plead his case in the court of public opinion on Sunday. In the video, Antoine Massey explained why he escaped from the New Orleans jail along with 9 other inmates in May. They say that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. So he's telling it. He said he was let out. Y'all,
my name is Antoine Massey. I'm one of the ones that was let out of Orleans Parish jail.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm ready to tell y'all something. I believe that he was messed over. I don't know why. I'm gonna pull his history, but I mean, one thing ain't got nothing to do with another. Okay, I'm willing to bet I'm a see. I bet they messed him over without me even looking too much into it. But let's see though.
Well, they said I escaped, right? All right. What I want to talk about today is that I learned that they locked the woman up for saying that she was supposed to be helping me in any nature. Her name is Diamond White, right? Now, Diamond White is the victim to my case in St. Tammany. What they say, the kidnapping, the second-degree rape, the second-degree kidnapping, the domestic abuse battery, right? Now, this woman, this is a grown woman, not a child. This woman I was dating, right? Now, on the news right now, they said that they locked this woman up for trying to help me, right? Or whatever nature they locked her up for. So what I want to show you and show you how corrupted the state of Louisiana is, that for the courts and the system, period, right? All right here I have legal drop phones for that supposed to be rape charge or whatever they said that I did to this woman, right? But it was a woman that I was dating, not a child or none of that nature. It's a woman I was dating. She found out that, well, she thought that I was dating another woman, so she had a fight with some girls and told the police in St. Tammany that she thought she saw me in the car, right? And then called the police in Orleans the same day, which was November the 10th of 2024, and made another police report in Orleans Parish, right? This woman was mad at me for whatever reason, for us thinking I was dealing with one of her friends or something like that, and told the police that she had a fight or whatever, and mentions it in affidavits, right? So in St. Tammany Parish, she let the people know, the detective that was over the case that came to the hospital, because she went to the hospital or whatever, must have had some blood because she got jumped by some friends. So she told the people that it was me, right? All right. So the people put out a warrant for my arrest or whatever. I go to jail in St. Tammany, right? I beat a domestic charge in St. Tammany and they sent me to Orleans Parish. That's how I got in Orleans Parish. But to make a long story short, this woman told the detective that's over the case in St. Tammany for the domestic abuse, the rape and all that, she told him that I did not do that to her. All right. So why was I in jail? Okay, wait, watch this. That's how I show you that how the prison systems and the law is corrupted in the state of Louisiana. St. Tammany and Orleans Parish have the corruptedest DAs, judges in the world. We have the highest incarceration rate in the world. Now check this out. This is a legal drop form from this woman in Orleans Parish. See the charge, domestic abuse, battery, and strangulation. This is in Orleans Parish, right? This is what this woman went did, Diamond White, who they just locked up for saying she was trying to help me, right? I'm on a charge for this same woman in St. Tammany and Orleans parishes. All my charges come from this one grown woman right here. All right, this is a legal affidavit from this woman. A legal affidavit, and I kept it. Reason why I left the jail, because these people was trying to give me a life sentence in both parishes for something that the woman said that I did not do. And then plus, look how dirty it is. They went and locked this woman up. Her name is Diamond White. Look on the news. They went and locked this woman up, saying that she was trying to help me. Wherever I raped this woman or beat this woman, why would she be trying to help me? Make that make sense. World, I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people and not just me. So with that being said, these charges right here, I have legal affidavits. This is from the woman, the victim, who they said that I supposed to have been raped and all that dumbass shit. They just locked up. She on the news right now. Diamond White. This is her right here. Legalized. Look. And the DA have this. Why I wasn't let out of jail. This woman is saying over the jailhouse wall phone that she's going to let the people know that I didn't do this. So why was I still in jail? You see what I'm saying, world? I'm asking for help, please. This is a big situation in my life. I have a fucking 3-year-old and I have a 18-year-old daughter. I am a father. You know what I'm saying? But these people trying to take me away for the rest of my life. This woman did not do nothing to even be in jail. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm trying to show you what these people are doing. I have legal affidavits that saying that I did not do this to her. She got jumped by some females. Look what it's saying. Never not one time raped anybody. Anybody know me, I don't have to do that. They got 1 million females in the world. Why would I have to rape somebody? Look at me. I'm a handsome young man. I know this already. Like, come on, man. And by my tattoos, these people are judging my character. These people are trying to throw me away in St. Tammany Parish for these serious charges. So please, I'm asking for a federal investigation be done over the parish of St. Tammany and Orleans Parish for what they doing, people. They have innocent black people that they throwing away. This is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. And they're not playing. I'm asking for help. Lil Wayne. I'm asking for Donald Trump. I'm asking for Kim Kardashian. I'm asking for all these people. I didn't even have a lawyer to represent me to prove my innocence. And they have this. The district attorney, the DAs have this paperwork in both parishes and will not drop the charges on me. So I'm trying to find out. Is the law going? Is they going by the law, or they just doing what they want to do? That go to show you, Jason Williams, Susan Hudson, the sheriff, St. Tammany. These people are racist. These people are biased. These people just doing whatever they want to do, and I'm asking for help. Please, before they throw me away for something that I did not do. I'm not on charges for different women. different females. I'm on a charge for the same female in St. Tammany Parish and Orleans Parish. And this woman did it in both parishes. Told the detective in St. Tammany, I did not do this. The woman told her, yes, I'm going to get Mr. Massey. I finally got him. She telling him, how you got him? She said, well, you told me that he beat you. She said, yeah, I did tell you that, but I never told you that. I told you that I thought I saw him. You feel what I'm saying? In the vehicle with the girls that jumped her. You feel what I'm saying? They never even did a rape kit on this female on Diamond White. They never did a rape kit, none of that. They just saying that I did this to her. So I'm trying to prove my innocence. Please help me. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, young boy, I'm asking for help, man. I didn't even have a lawyer to prove my innocence. And a public defender, they work with the district attorney. They're not trying to help nobody in the state of Louisiana. They're not. So I'm asking, please, man, please help me. There's a lot going on, man, in the state of Louisiana. Like, they have people, why you thinking, like, all this corruption going on in the state of Louisiana? It's for the stuff that they doing people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to paint a picture of me as this big old bad guy. Oh, I threatened Sterling, the maintenance man. How did I threaten you, bro? You can't even come around me without a deputy being on the tip. You're not a deputy, you're a maintenance. Sterling, it's bigger than Sterling. Somebody made him say that. Yes, I escaped before. Because of the same reasons. This is why I did what I did, because of the same reason. How corrupt the state of Louisiana is. That's why I left you a leave. Anybody in the world, when you're being accused of something that you never did. Now, I'm not saying that everything that I did when I was young, I didn't do. I'm not saying that. I'm not no saint. I'm not no angel. You know what I'm saying? I made mistakes in my life when I was younger. The person that I was once before is not who I am today. I am a father. You know what I'm saying? I have a mother. I have sisters that love me. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm asking for help, man. I'm asking for all these people, Lil Wayne, Kim Kardashian, Donald Trump. I'm asking for, please, bro. This is my victim. He just locked up on the news. Diamond White, who they said that I'm supposed to have been raped. Went to the district attorney, to the courthouse, and said I did not do this. I have legalized affidavits, drop forms that I didn't do this. So why Mr. Massey was still in jail? Come on, man, help me, man, please.
He's right. Now, she went, and he got to make sure that she's not playing games too, because there's an affidavit saying that he didn't do it, and then we know how corrupt the state of Louisiana is. Did they go and tell her, well, did you falsify this? Did he because you could go to jail, okay, for falsifying stuff. So did he threaten you to go and do this? He got to make sure she didn't say that she felt threatened, because people play games behind the scenes. Okay, they do. They play games behind the scenes. But if she's consistent, because she would tell him one thing and then turn around and say that she was coerced because of fear into going and saying that he did not do this, right? So that's why he needs a paid lawyer. They took the girl to jail too. So the girl was the girl somebody that he used to go with? Was this someone that he had dated? I think somebody already helping him. So I don't. He wouldn't have been able to go as long as he has gone. If I see he has some identifiers in the background, so has he gonna get somebody? He gonna get some people in trouble, because they're gonna be able. I tell you. Positive Vibe says, yes, he said she was on the news. Okay, so she was on the news for lying because she falsified a government document, a legal document. Miss T, we need to get the lady on the line that's from New Orleans to see if she knows anything about the situation. Yes, it's the lady that called in from New Orleans. I cannot. What was her name? Was it Miss Rose? She says she's always listening. She lives in New Orleans. She's from New Orleans. Anybody from New Orleans in here? Would you like to call in? Somebody from out of New Orleans. Where's Nola girl at? She's from out of New Orleans. She been here faithfully. Any men in here from out of New Orleans? I would like to hear. I used to have a guy that came in here from out of New Orleans. I know how corrupt the system is. The thing about it is you can't say he's lying because I mean, at the rate of what Louisiana do, and they're able to get away with it, I would say 40% of the people that they got incarcerated that they probably set up. Find my phone. Okay, let me find my phone. Oh, child, let me put this. Let me it's got. Let me charge it up. It ain't charged up. I'm gonna charge it up right quick. It's not charged up. It'll be charged up in just a minute. You all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, y'all, let it get some juice, a little bit of juice on it. I'm hungry. I wish I had stopped and got some cabbage. I would make me cabbage burgers. I think I'm gonna make me a Caesar salad tonight. That's what I'm gonna do. Make me a couple chicken tenders and chop them up and put them in a Caesar salad. It says true. They've been having people that's locked up. They're reaching out for help. That's why free C murder. They need to free C murder. Oh my! I really wish that C murder could get some lawyers that are high profile that does not practice in Louisiana but has a license to practice, like Thugger's lawyer Brian Steele. That's who C murder needs to have. Brian Steele plays dirty. He knows the law. He's smart. He's got a really good team. Okay, I think C murder needs him. He does not reside in Louisiana, so he's not going to be working behind the scenes with the judges or scared of the politicians because he does not have to live in that city or in that state. A lot of the legal, I wouldn't hire, if I was getting in trouble, I wouldn't hire a lawyer from out of Louisiana if I had a high profile case, because a lot of the politicians and the judges and stuff play so dirty. The attorneys are, I think that a lot of them would sell their people out, their clients out, because they don't want the judges and stuff giving them a hard time when they have other cases, making them look bad, losing. A judge can make it real hard for an attorney. If he's telling the truth, he's still going to get charged for escaping, and they're going to throw the book at him because he on the run and paying the people to look for him. I wonder how much time they give for escaping. Okay, you got okay. Let's see. Let me put the number up. Okay, you guys, the number is up. The number is up, and you all can call in. Yeah, I done had so many missed calls. It don't make no sense. You guys, the number is up. Call in. We're talking about the New Orleans Escapee, okay? And I want to know what you all think about it. I would love for some people from out of New Orleans to call in, okay? I would. Especially guys. I want to see, I want to know how the men feel. You know, I would love to hear from a man's perspective. Also, I mean, it be so many people in the bushes, sis. I guess they're gonna have to warm up and call in. But you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this young man isn't telling the truth. Um, because we all know how the Louisiana they railroad people. We see what they've done to see murder, and these are people that we know. You know what I mean, or that we've heard of. We see what they did to Mac. Um, can you all imagine how many other people that they've done this to that we don't know anything about? I told you all that there's this case, and I want you all this Rogers LaCaze. I know a lot of people think that he's guilty because the media has a way of slanting stuff. I want to pull that up. I want y'all to, because me and this young man, I was sitting, his mother calls me all the time. One of his first interviews was with me, okay? And I want y'all to see how the media slanted this. And this is in Louisiana. And a lot of people think that this young man was guilty. And he said he's done a lot of things. He wasn't innocent, but he didn't do what they accused him of doing. Okay. And listen, the police officer that they arrested actually wrote him a letter saying that she was going to let it be known that he didn't have anything to do with this. And she wrote a letter when she was in jail to him. He gave the letter to his mother. His mother trusted his attorney, and his mother gave the letter either to his attorney or to the prosecutor or something like that. And then they turned around and the letter disappeared, and they told the mother, then turned around and told his mother that she never gave them a letter. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Hold on one second, you guys. I just want to show you all a little bit of it so you all can remember. Y'all need to be quiet in my house. Hold on, you all. I just want to show you all a little bit of it. They're pretty bad down there. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, because Mac's mother, Miss Sheila, she paints. right? She's an artist. She's very talented. There was another case of a young man that she had got me in touch with. Um, he is serving a life sentence. Um, the there was a man that was killed. His son and his fiance was there. The fiance saw exactly who it was that came up into the house and killed him. Okay, she said that it was a very light skinned black man with tattoos. The man that they got in jail is a dark skinned he darker than me. Okay, he's a chocolate black man with a bald head, and they convicted that man after his fiance and his son said that it was a light skinned man that came up in there and killed him. But the reason that they convicted him was because um I think he said when they came to the pool hall or whatever in New Orleans, um they arrested everybody. I don't know. It's been so long ago, but anyways, the description was a light skinned man, okay, with a low haircut, and then they turn around. B Precious said he don't believe his story and convicted a dark skinned black man. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can pull this crazy lady up. Get on now before you get a whooping. Go on. I said get on somewhere. Hold on, you all. I never knew that she did an interview. Yeah, hold on one second. You all hit the like button. I'm trying to pull up the right one because it's so damn many. I don't want to hear her. She looked boring. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm gonna let you all see this, y'all, because that was on Snap. So I'm gonna show y'all just a little bit of this because y'all know I can't show a whole lot.
She was obsessed with becoming a police officer.
The first things the officer sees is a uniform New Orleans police.
Listen, y'all go back and look at it. It was Antoinette Franks, okay? But anyway, she was an NOPD officer that never should have been on the force. She was mentally ill, and to make a long story short, when I hear, and I'm honestly, when I think about the stuff that went on with Antoinette Franks, I'm gonna tell y'all of someone whose story reminds me and background reminds me of Antoinette Franks. She was just as dangerous as Antoinette Franks, and that is Lorenzen Wright's wife. A lot of people don't know. Y'all know the basketball star, NBA star Lorenzen Wright. A lot of people don't know how twisted his wife was. She had family members that was afraid of her. Allegedly, some things happened to her. Uh, that there, people talked about her unnatural relationship with her father. Um, she had a relative that was so afraid of her that she spoke about an uncle that went missing also. Um, so when I just she was twisted too. But anyways, I don't believe that Rogers LaCaze was the person that was with Antoinette Franks. I believe that Antoinette Frank's brother, Adam, who she tried to protect, because that is the one person that she did love. I think it was Adam that was with her, and um, it was so they was doing so much corrupt stuff. The other officers didn't want for Antoinette to. Roger Zakai's mom told me that Antoinette had said to the police officers that if her brother was arrested, that she was gonna bust whatever they had been doing wide open. They had been doing all types of corrupt stuff, okay? And to keep her mouth closed, they went ahead and did Rogers in and let her brother be out. Her brother Adam was actually caught with the gun some years later. It was a judge in New Orleans that had basically released the weapon that killed those Asian people in their restaurant to her. And then, there was rumors that at that Asian restaurant, a lot of the judges and politicians frequented that restaurant because in the back of that restaurant there was a lot of prostitution as it relates to minors going on allegedly. That's allegedly. The people in New Orleans would know. Okay, so when you think about it, like a couple of the people that are alive, they don't necessarily like to talk about it. So, anyways, I believe that they did set Rogers LaCaze up. He says that he was not an angel, and he wasn't. But the thing about it is, they gave Rogers the death penalty, but they quietly commuted it to life in prison. Hold on, you all. Let me see if I could just pull up a little bit of it. Okay, so there's another man that came actually to Memphis. His name is Wes, okay? And he actually came to Memphis with Rogers LaCaze's mother, okay? This was some years ago that I interviewed them. That is happening in New Orleans, and he gives those families who don't have a platform the opportunity to come on and speak about their story. So thanks for traveling here, Mr. West.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Now, how did you become involved in this case?
Well, I knew Alice and Roger before all of this happened. And when it happened, I called Alice and asked her if there was anything that I could do. Mm-hmm. This was in '95. And since then, I've been devoting as much time as I possibly can to helping her and helping Rogers. Because after reviewing the case, I realized that Roger was being set up. He was an innocent person in this scheme that the NOPD was perpetrating on not just Rogers, but all black folks. To give you just a little understanding, and in way of background, the NOPD, New Orleans Police Department, historically has been corrupt. Before blacks went on the force, whites used to beat, kill, send people that were innocent to jail, sometimes for no reason other than mere entertainment. We have found out in later years that the NOPD not only is corrupt, but they have been one of the major drug pushers in New Orleans.
And that's documented.
That is documented.
That's documented.
We also have found out that in understanding, historically speaking, the criminal justice system is not a system that was prepared, created, or even thought to protect black people. Now, I know that's a harsh indictment, but it is an indictment that can be proven merely by looking at the Constitution. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution clearly states, slavery shall be abolished, except for punishment of crime. Now, what does that mean? First of all, that means that if you're a black person, because the 13th Amendment only covers blacks, then if you get convicted of a crime, you are then subjugated back into slavery.
Via the prison system.
Without any possibility of emancipation. I point to this as a reason as to why the police get away with shooting down black people in the streets. Why police get away with stopping blacks for no reason, for no probable cause. And why police get off for killing blacks because they say, well, I was just doing my job. If you are black in America, you are a suspect of being a slave because more than likely you have been committed of a crime. And because of the color of your skin, you can be stopped to find out if, in fact, you are a ward of the state or you are still a free person. So what is happening to Rogers just illustrates, again, what is going on in America and why we as blacks need to be up in arms about what is going on and happening to blacks. Now, through my research and investigation of the crime, and I want to state that I've used, for the most part, the information, documentation, evidence that the NOPD, the court system, and also his attorneys, Rogers' attorneys, his recent attorneys who are going through the appeal process trying to get him a new trial. From that, it is obvious that this man is innocent 150%. I sat through several days, a week and a half or better, of post-conviction hearings to get him a new trial. And I've heard witnesses after witnesses come and testify how this system kept Rogers from having a fair trial. So it is with this that I stand on a very firm ground in saying that he is definitely innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you had asked your question about Ronald Williams, and you heard Roger's mother talk about the fact that there was questions about this being a hit or not.
Absolutely.
It's known that Roger Williams was under federal investigation,
Mm-hmm.
and other law enforcement officers
Ronald
were.
Williams or Rogers?
Ronald Williams was under federal investigation.
Okay, you said Rogers. It's
I'm
Ronald.
sorry, Ronald.
Ronald
yes,
Williams was the
under
police
federal
officer
investigation,
that was killed.
and that the police officers were afraid that Ronald was going to talk,
Mm-hmm.
implicate, and consequently indict others,
Mm-hmm.
other police officers, that is. So this was a hit.
With Apartments.com capturing the hearts of hundreds of millions of renters, everybody wants the secret to our success, but they're never going to.
Mm-hmm. Because there have been so many twists and turns to this case.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so can you just kind of start with what happened that day in 1995?
Yes, basically it was just a regular day, and me personally, I have never been to the restaurant before that night, and at the time I knew Antoinette, and it was a time that actually before then I was actually drug game, and I got out of the drug game, and Antoinette was like, hey, I can get you a job, and that day she actually got me a job, so she was like, I know a good place we can go celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, this place was somewhere that she used to work at. And so she was like, once I get off, we can go and celebrate this particular restaurant. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I actually went home and laid down and forgot all about it. And then she came to the house. She was like, look, damn, you're not going to stand me up on, I did get your job today. I was like, okay, cool. So we went to the restaurant. She went in first, and she went to order some drinks. She was like, we're going to go to the movies. And then we went to the movies, got to the place, and she was like, she was acting strange, but back then being 18, really just not really having the focus that I do now. I wasn't aware of what was going on. So we went to the movies. She was like, oh, they're not playing what I really want to see. So we went back to the restaurant. And he stayed down there while we was there, they had the guys sweeping up around us. So we had like these trays to go. And like just fold them up. And I'd never been in a place where people sweep up while you eat. So I was like, look, I'm ready to push out. We leave. She take me home. While I'm there, my baby mama tell me that my brother called. He said, so hit him back up. He called me back. He said, look, you want to go to the pool hall? Cool. I go to the pool hall. Next thing I know, hours later, my mom called me. But let me back up a second. Me and my brother, we go and pick up this young lady named Angela. So Angela went with us to the pool hall. My brother was already there with a female. So while we was there, we shot at their pool. And then we took Angela back home. Keep in mind, Angela was 17 years old. So she had to sneak out the house. Anyway, that's already on record. The whole thing is this. I was never, ever at the restaurant during the time that the incident took place. All of my clothes, my hands, my tennis shoes, everything. What I'm saying, backs that up. All of my clothes, all of my tennis shoes, everything, my tennis shoes, shirt, pants, everything was tested by NOPD. Everything. Everything was negative.
Okay, now, I know we kind of jumped ahead and we got into what happened, which was good. Now, I just kind of want to go back a little bit. Now, Antoinette Franks, she was a New Orleans police officer, am I right?
Yes, sir, yes.
And at the time, were you, And you were 18 years old. How old was Antoinette?
25.
Okay, she was 25 years old. Now, for those of you that don't know, Antoinette Franks was a New Orleans police officer. Numerous times she had been rejected from the NOPD. Am I right? Because of a mental illness. She had mental illnesses, and she was actually rejected. She had applied numerous times for NOPD and was rejected because she had mental illnesses. But she actually went and seen a doctor outside of NOPD, and then for some reason she ended up getting in. For some reason they kind of went against what their mental health doctors were saying, because I know you have to take a psychiatric test to get into the police department. They kind of went against what their psychiatric doctor said and accepted what doctor she went to see outside of there. Am I right?
You're certainly right.
Okay, and so you were 18 and she was 25, and at the time being an 18-year-old boy, were you all dating?
No, we wasn't dating. I'll just be blunt with it. We did have sex, so we wasn't dating at all. I mean, she knew at the time that I had a girlfriend and a baby, and hey, I mean, it was a female that was allowing me to have sex with her, and she was a authority figure. Hey, I thought I was on top of the world. I mean, I had never even thought about, what caliber of person she was, so that's just what it is.
Now, this restaurant that she worked at, it was like off-duty job, a job that she did when she was off-duty. Am I right?
Yes.
You said that. Now, did she ever speak about that job? Did she ever speak about any of the people that she worked for in a negative way or anything?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so she never even said anything to you about that job?
Never.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to, get that established. Now, you said the day that this accident actually took place. Well, it wasn't an accident at all, as far as we know, because she actually went in there and she had every intention on doing what she did. You said that she did act a little bit funny, but you didn't think anything of it, and she dropped you off somewhere. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay, and the next thing you know, your mom was calling you saying that the police wanted to speak with you.
Correct.
Okay, so what did the police say when they pick you up? What happened with that?
Well, when it came, my mom asked me where I was, what the location was, and I actually told her, I was very familiar with the police at the time, and I told my mom, well, my exact words was, look, Mom, I don't trust some people. If you can come with them, then we can talk. And so they was like, fine, we just want to talk to you, that's it. And I said, could you tell me what it's concerning? They said, well, we just want to talk to you. And I gave them the address of where my brother was, and they came over there to the house, and they didn't do any talking. They said, hey, put your hands out, we're going to cuff you for our safety and your safety. I'm like, what's going on? And my mom was like, well, just listen to what they have to say, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, what a clothes you had on tonight. Got the clothes, and we rolled to a Burger King where we stood at. This is the call from Center A, Louisiana Department of Corrections Facility. They drove to a Burger King establishment where we sat in a parking lot for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and from there we proceeded over to interrogation over at New Orleans.
Now, was there anything suspicious about when they came to pick you up? Because your mom was in the car with you, right? Your mom rode with you. When you all were in that Burger King lot, was there anything suspicious about that?
To be honest, at that time and moment, only thing I'm thinking is why I'm on this police call. So I wasn't thinking about anything else. Which I'm like, what's really going on while I'm in this police call? And they kept just saying, look, we're going to talk to you when we go to the station. So I never really thought about anything else that they have been going on or what they had plans to do.
So when you get to the station, what did they say and how did they act?
when I arrived at the police station. When I arrived at the police station, actually I passed by two Vietnamese, a young man and a female, and I walked through, and from there I walked upstairs, and one officer came in and we were talking, and I just told him, listen, could you please tell me what's going on? And he was like, well, something took place at a restaurant. Was you at a restaurant tonight? I said, well, he had a restaurant tonight. And from there, everything got ugly. I kept telling them I wasn't involved, and from there, they got a telephone book, a yellow page telephone book, and started slapping me across the head, in the back of my head, in my face, and I'm talking about things just got ugly from there.
Now, at this time, did they tell you that Antoinette, had they already told you that Antoinette Franks was involved?
Yes, they did.
And they said that she implicated you?
Yes, they did. They said that you know what the bitch did, and the bitch said you was with her.
Now, after you were arrested, did you have the opportunity to speak with Antoinette at any time?
And Doug.
Okay, here's what you want to do.
When I was at a table, the very first time before our case got severed, we actually had a hearing together, and of course, I went off on her, and she was like, everything gonna work out for you. Everything gonna work out for you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna find out that you have nothing to do with this. Everything gonna work out for you. And she actually wrote me a letter as well. And she wrote me a letter, and I sent the letter to my mom. And she was like, look, I'm sorry for implicating you in this here. Everything gonna work out. Well, you had at the bottom, she put to go up to your glory. And I gave the letter to my mom, and she gave it to one of my attorneys. From there, the letter came up missing. And this was an attorney way back, I think like in 97. Her name was Lane Tripp.
Now, Rogers, just from what we know about the case and just from what we found out about the case, do you think that the police knew that you had nothing to do with this from the very start?
Excuse me, one more time?
Just from what we know and what we found out, like all the holes that's in your case, all the discrepancies that's leading to you not even being involved, do you think that the police knew from the very beginning that you had nothing to do with this? Do you think that they knew?
I'm certain of that. I'm certain that they knew I had nothing to do with it from the very beginning, especially once I was in homicide, because in homicide is where they tested my hands. And from there, when they tested my hands, they kept saying, you're not the shooter, give us a shooter. Like, look, I don't know what y'all talking about. It's like, you're not the shooter, give us a shooter. Then they took my tennis shoes off, and they had this, like, it was like almost a regular ink pen, but without the ink. And then they ran it through the crevices of the shoes, and they put it on a white piece of paper. And he was like, they had too much blood in the restaurant. It's not the shoes you wore tonight. And I'm like, sir, that's the shoes I wore tonight. From there, he slapped me in the face with the tennis shoe. He threw the other tennis shoe and busted me in my face with the tennis shoe. So, like as I said, I didn't have a chance at homicide.
Wow. Now, since this has happened, what did you later find out about the gun that was used in the in this homicide?
I found out that Antoinette had reported the gun stolen from the college that she attended. Well, her brother actually got found with the gun in 1998. And the gun, this is like real deep, the gun that was found was actually a gun that was signed out by Frank Barullo, who was my presiding judge at the time of the trial. So Antoinette and my judge actually knew each other in some fashion or form, but he never revealed that before I went to trial.
So this judge that presided over your trial, the gun that was used in this murder was his?
No, it was actually a gun that he signed out to Antoinette Frank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his John Hancock is actually on the order that signed out that particular gun to Antoinette Frank.
So you're right, they were connected in some shape or form. So he never should have been presiding over that case.
Never. At all.
Wow. So not only that, Rogers, but it was something else I was intending to ask you about that. We know that your jurors. Tell my audience about that.
Excuse me?
Your jurors.
The jury.
That was who that he was related to. He said no, he actually lied. And in 2015, I got a reversal on that from an ad hoc judge named Michael Kirby.
Wait a minute.
Because it was a blatant lie, and at that point,
I don't know how I skipped, but with the jury, when you serve on a jury, you cannot be like a police officer or anything like that. They actually had about 2 or 3 active police officers, and I think 2 of them was directly from out of New Orleans that presided, that was not presided, but that was actually on his jury. You would think that would be enough to have the whole case thrown out.
It never happened. Another one was he was a police officer for like 2 decades, and he served on the jury as well. After he was asked, was he a police, or did he know anybody in his family that was police that he was related to? He said no, he actually lied. And in 2015, I got a reversal on that from an ad hoc judge named Michael Kirby, because it was a blatant lie, and at that time, police was barred from even serving as jurors.
So there was a dispatcher and there was a police officer. In any other state, anywhere else, that would have been means for your conviction to be overturned. Because do you think these people were planted in your jury? Do you think that these people were planted to convict you?
Yes, ma'am. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Not only that, and I know that every juror that's a seated juror, actually, the DA knows specifics about them. So, there's no question in my mind that the DA at that time, he knew that she was a police, and he knew that she served as a dispatcher. So this is just part of what they do in Louisiana. This is like, nobody really is ever held accountable, so they continue to do what they do.
Why do you think that they wanted to convict you?
Without a doubt, here's the thing. Anytime you have a high-profile case, they're going to close it. And it don't matter. Any black man will do. They have shown that time and time again. And I went to trial. Keep in mind, I was framed in 1995. I was indicted in 1995. I was tried and convicted in 1995. I was on that row in less than 6 months from being framed. My trial took 1 week. My jury, to pick my jury in a capital case, took 1 day. I mean, that shows they had something to hide. 1 day to pick a jury for a capital case. 1 week for a whole trial in a capital case.
Well,
3 months.
So it seems
3 months.
So it seems like what they were kind of trying to do. Now, the young man that was murdered, we know that that's the victim, and we give condolences to the family and all of that, because we're never, it's always a sad thing when someone is killed. It's always a sad thing. But the young man that was killed in the case, he was an NOPD officer. You never even knew him. You never even met him, right? You didn't have any problems with him.
Never met him in my life. Never met him. And also, I want this for the record. I have never been convicted of anything before landing on that road.
Now, the young man that was killed, because I did read that the victim said because there were people that were, I can't remember how many people was in the restaurant, but I do know that a couple of them survived. they said that I read that Antoinette Franks walked outside of the restaurant, and when she walked out, they saw her walk to her car, and an NOPD police car pulled up to her and then pulled out. They said that they tried to say that it was a robbery, but of course none of the money was taken. Do you have any idea of why that crime took place? Do you have any idea?
No, ma'am. I definitely can't speak on that. But what I can say is that it's been definitely proven that the circumstances of what they're saying happened, a lot of it really is called subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from Individual A, Louisiana Department of Corrections Facility. If you look into it, it actually says that other police have to be involved. You know, since that happened, and the brother being found with the contingent murder weapon, not only that, since he's been incarcerated, a guy named Darryl Vaughn actually came to my hearing in 2013 and stated that he actually told him that he killed the police in a restaurant. And so that's on record.
So Antoinette Frank's brother has admitted to killing the police officer that was in the restaurant.
Yes.
And do you feel like that it was Antoinette actually implicated you because she was trying to save her brother?
No question. No question. That's definitely now it's very clear to me. It's very clear that that was the whole plan. You know.
Why do you think that NOPD? Why do you think that NOPD went along with that? Why do you think they would go along with that instead of getting the actual murder? Why would they go along with Antoinette with that?
I think that Adam definitely have a lot of dirt on the NOPD, and you know, and that's one of the things now that's still being investigated.
Because we all know that NOPD has been in trouble for a lot of their corruption. Around that time, they were just flat out murdering people. You know, they actually had to. The Department of Justice had to move in, and a lot of other things. The police department was investigated, and I guess they missed the judge's chambers. I don't know. I guess they missed that. But now this particular judge, he actually signed the murder weapon out that Antoinette Franks used in this murder. There was nothing connecting you to it. Now, later you were taken off of death row. Do you want to talk about that?
We know pest, we know the South, and we know how to keep your home protected.
New Nariva Memory 3D supports your short-term, long-term, and working memory. Remember Nariva.
I definitely want to talk about that. Was it, I think this early part of this year, well, the DA had, in his petition, stated that he was no longer seeking the death penalty, and he only wanted to focus on the conviction. And the thing about that is that at no time, and I have definitely expressed in my attorneys, at no time do I feel like that's anywhere just. And I actually wrote the DA a letter, you know, expressing how I felt about the situation, because you have framed me and sentenced me to die for something I didn't do, that I had nothing to do with. And now, 21 years later, you say, hey, well, we're going to take the death penalty off. You know, like that's supposed to alleviate anything. My thing is, the DA office definitely knows after the hearing that I didn't have anything to do with this. So he's all right with having me serve a life sentence for something I didn't do, but he just can't sleep at night for killing me for something I didn't do.
Now, the two victims, was it 2 or 3 victims that actually survived in the restaurant? Was it 2 people? Well, you don't know. You weren't there.
Actually, after the investigation, we found out there was 3 survivors, and 1 never came to trial. We actually, investigators tracked her down in California. We had the opportunity to put her on the stand in 2013, where you can actually pull this up. This is public record, where she stated that at no time her other people could actually see what was going on from the position they was inside the restaurant.
Wow, so they could never even identify you, am I right?
You're certainly right.
Wow. So after all this time, you see all these shows that's done on your case. Why do you think that you've never been interviewed?
Number one, I never had the caliber attorneys that and was extremely diligent on media. So, and another thing is that Louisiana is so corrupted. You know, I have a great attorney on my case right now, but she's not like really the forerunner. Like, she has to answer to somebody.
You have
like,
1 minute left.
The thing is like, it's very unfortunate for me that I really don't have a platform and my voice really can't be heard. But the fact of the matter, a lot of people ask a lot of questions. Here's the thing.
Really,
Clarinetta? The evidence supports what I'm saying. There was no fingerprints of mine, no footprints of mine. All of my clothes are negative, and I have alibi witnesses to where I was.
Somebody's deleting your comment.
I mean,
and Antoinette's brother was found with the gun.
And the brother was found with the gun in 1998, and he's now serving time for another armed robbery unrelated. So that's his MO. He has 60 years for another armed robbery that was unrelated to that crime.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that Antoinette, I know you said that she wrote you a letter and you gave it to an attorney, and you sent it to your mom and it was given to an attorney and then it went missing.
Security. Goodbye.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation. Did I ask him everything? Just about.
Yeah, you covered quite a bit of it.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, he did get to he got straight to the meat of it. He basically pretty much told everything. I was just gonna ask him how it's been for him since he's been locked up for a crime. That he didn't do things of that nature. His children.
She can tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's wrong.
So I did that interview, I know, probably about 6 or 7 years back. And yeah, he's been locked up since 1995. You all see the corruption, and a lot of people felt that was his very first interview that he did. And after all the time he had been in jail, and no one had ever heard his story really. And I remember when I put that interview up, you had people making fake pages coming after me heavily. Okay. There was I think there was something that I had added. It may have been on McKinley Phelps. I think it's something I added. Hold on for a second. Because I aired it on my show in Memphis on Comcast. And I think that is sad. This case has been so national. A lot of national platforms picked it up, and they basically given their own spin, right? So that nobody had really heard his story. And because we know that oftentimes, hold on, let me find hold on for a second.
This has been a Tamara's Productions.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a garage door with a mind of its own owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
The whole system. Okay, you guys, I can't find it, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was sitting here doing what I normally do, doing some research, probably about 2 weeks ago, and my phone rang. And I actually thought that it was one of my friends from down in New Orleans, because I was like, okay, they calling me pretty late. And when I answered it, it was him. It was actually Roger's LaCaze. It's like, I haven't talked to you in a while. I got some things that are going on, and I really would like to give you some exclusives on that. So I'm gonna reach out to his mother, because some things have happened. I know I stay busy all the time, but I am gonna reach out to his mom. His mother used to call me often, but I stay so busy. I guess she say I don't return a lot of her phone calls as much as I used to. But yeah, that young man was definitely set up, and that's one of the cases where you talk about corruption, where this young man basically taking his life away. He was 18 years old, because they had to give Antoinette, since she was going to take one for the team, they had to give her what she wanted. And now her brother is serving 60 years anyways, because he had already been involved in a string of robberies. Like he said, that was his MO. His brother was caught years later with the weapon that was used to kill the people in the restaurant. Anyways, you guys, y'all know how when I started talking about stuff like that, y'all know I just get lost within myself. Tell me, this is 9:30. I need to. Y'all, my perfume came today. I ordered me some perfume. I had been waiting for it to go on sale, right? So I was from Dillard's to Macy's to any reputable place, because you order perfume and stuff off of some of these sites, it don't smell the same. And I don't wear no knockoff perfumes. I'd just rather buy the real thing. And so it came today. Oh my God, when I sprayed it, oh my God, I was so in heaven. It smells so good. I know it's gonna linger with the wind. And I got the body wash, which I don't really use, because body washes can break me out. Certain body washes. And I got the body souffle, the body cream, and the perfume. And normally for all of that, it's $196. Y'all not gonna believe I am a I am a deals person. Like, I be waiting for deals. I knew that they was gonna run it on sale, because I couldn't see myself paying $196 for it. And y'all, they ran it on sale for $120. And then they had I had an extra coupon, and I ended up getting all of this for $96. So you can't beat that. And I cannot wait to spray it on tomorrow. Woo! And it smells so freaking good. Lord have mercy. It kind of put me in the mind of a perfume that I buy all the time called Chloe. It kind of put me in the mind of that. Oh my God, it smells so good. Let me put it up before I go crazy. Anyways, I need to get off here. I want to stay on longer, but I need to get off. And y'all know I've been working. I've been bringing my work and stuff home with me so that I can, I need to upload. I know one of my coworkers, I know she feel like I need to did I bring my files in? I know I brought those files in. I need to get her stuff uploaded because I told her I was going to do it earlier today. And I'm going to do it tonight. And then I need to make a call or two so that I can have this file ready for court tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I can close it out tomorrow. Anyways, you guys, I really enjoyed you all. If I finish in time, I am going to try and start on a I know I be saying it all the time, like on a cold case. But I think I need to call Roger LaCaze's mother. Maybe I need to make that my project. He had a lawyer though. I ain't gonna talk about her. I ain't gonna talk about it. But we you know. Anyways. Do you all want to hear more about Roger's LaCaze? Would you all like to hear more about that? I think you all do. The more you hear about it, the more you're gonna like it. Because I really want to expose what they are doing down in Louisiana. Louisiana is extremely, they do it everywhere, but Louisiana has been getting away with it so long. They're extremely bold and they black it out. Like nobody talks about it. It's almost like, well, you know, Louisiana has those Napoleon laws, so that's just how it is. I mean, you can't just frame people and make black people out of slaves. And people just passively, and there are a lot of black politicians down there. Why haven't they band together and worked together to try and get those old Napoleon laws or whatever, the way that they do that, overthrown? You know, people get into office and you know, they'll give you a song and a dance, but then they want to be safe after they get in office. They don't want to do nothing but give you a song and a dance. Okay. Anyway, y'all, what you doing, little girl? Her looks so pretty. Is this you, Roscoe? This is you. You look so handsome. They went to their groomer today. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to do some more stuff. I really enjoyed you all tonight, as always. I appreciate you. I owe my members some tea. I still got the tea. Y'all know how I do it. Maybe we'll do the tea tomorrow night. When I get up in the morning, I'm going to the gym, and then I gotta go to work, and I got a long day tomorrow because I gotta be in court. I gotta be in court just about all day anyway. So tomorrow is a court day. But anyways, you guys, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate your support. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk with you later.